Sometimes it's fun to lose. Find out what I mean as we talk about the newest card in Marvel Snap, as I hereby summon all my imps to join me on my adventures through Marvel Snap. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. So, we gotta talk about this particular card. It's the newest card to come out in Marvel Snap. It is Martyr. So Martyr is a 1/4 card with a description that says at the end of the game, move to a location that loses you the game if possible. Now let's talk about the background of this card. So Martyr is an artificially created offspring made after a previous universe was destroyed, recreated, and subtly altered just to have her exist in it. Martyr finds it hard to follow in the footsteps she's meant to, always being compared to other great heroes in her family line, while all she wants is to be with her lover, Moondragon. Martyr will make an effort to protect the universe sometimes, but she's more likely to make a deal with the worst people if it's in her best benefit. Martyr is abrasive and aggressive figure, wanting to always lead others into battle. She will continue to escalate the fight until no one wins. Martyr's powers are superhuman strength, speed, agility, durability, reflexes, and can fly. She also is an energy sponge, absorbing any energy attacks directed at her and returning them as energy blast. Martyr is a self-sacrificing type of person, but not in the good way. This is characterized in Marvel Snap by her trying to lose the game for you. So, quick star count on her, she's a 1-star card. I've tried as hard as possible for her not to be a 1-star card. I do not like giving out 1 stars, I really don't. I keep trying to think maybe I missed something, maybe there's some sort of meta or some sort of trick that I'm missing, but we gotta look at some of the stuff that I looked at her. So, we look at some of the cards that I'm comparing her to. Just looking at Hawkeye, and Hawkeye does not see play, by the way. If you play Hawkeye on turn 1 and place anything on Hawkeye's spot on turn 2, he's a 1/4. And Hawkeye does not see play, and he will not lose you the game. Nebula. If Nebula does not get hit once during the entire game, she goes up to a 1/3. Twice she becomes a 1/5. You get Human Torch and you move him once, he goes up to being a 1/4 already. Rocket Raccoon hits on his trigger and is a 1/4. Or will make any other card basically get that +2 power, almost worth being a 1/4 by himself. He's basically a 1/3. Fast will turn any card into your hand into a 3 right by itself. Sunspot, you miss on 4. You just skip 4 or you skip 5, which is common for a lot of decks. This becomes a 1/5. I'm trying to figure out where this would work. Even the hood. You play the hood and you even mess up the hood. You put the demon on the same spot as the hood, you're down to a 1/3 again. I mean, if you look at the ones here, and you go by the power spike on the 1, it doesn't even meet Titania. It's not even Titania's stats. And when's the last time you've even seen anybody trying to figure out how to play Titania? And there are some things that I've heard, like Professor X and putting her in the Professor X spot because you can't move. But if you're gonna do that, you can just play Hawkeye there. Play Hawkeye there, and then play Professor X. I mean, or play Nebula there and then play Professor X. I've heard a lot about Kazar, and Kazar is a decently good move for her. But in Marvel Snap, you're not looking for decently good. You're looking for broken. You're looking for ridiculous. You're looking for powerful. You're looking for game breaking. The only card that I really saw that she worked with was Shuri. Where you play her and then you play the Martyr on top of Fury, and then Shuri becomes the 1/8. The Martyr, I should say, sorry. And that's basically the best kind of deck that I can see with her. I tried to come up with some interesting decks for her to play in. I tried to do a Cerebro 4 with her in it, and I couldn't even come up with a good Cerebro 4 for her. There's not a lot of 4 costs out there. I mean, there's a whole basically idea where you basically do Elsa Bloodstone and you just fill up the board, and then she becomes a 1/6. And as a 1/6, she's semi-decent, but you're not looking for semi-decent, you're looking for broken cards, you know. Even when people have been talking about putting her in the Professor X combos, what card are you willing to pull out with her? I really wish she was a 1/6. That would basically put her at the same level as being the demon itself. It would make more sense for her to be a 1/6, less chance for her to lose the game. Or in all honesty, you know what I would rather her be at a certain point? Let me get her pulled up here. I'd rather her be a 1-4, so that she's the exact opposite of Captain Marvel. So that way you could at least play her in a junk deck where you're throwing her over with Viper. That makes more sense. Here's the thing. Captain Marvel's supposed to win you the game, and she's a 4/4. But Martyr's a 1/4, and that's supposed to lose you the game. And there's more times where that's going to lose you the game than Captain Marvel's going to win you the game. So I really have been struggling where you play her. One of the best ideas that I really had with her at one point was to try to put her in some sort of Killmonger deck. Where I turn 1, 2, and you go with the one-ups. You play like an off die, or you play the heavy ones off in there. You play the Ebony Maw, and you play the Titania, and you play her. And then you get a 4, a 5, and a 7. And then you just kill them all off with Killmonger. And then you have a really good chance to have a decently good null at the end, where you kind of just make a null. Because in that situation, you end up with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, you end up with a 16-point null. And you've already put 3 things into your deck, so that you might want to play it into a deck combo. But even with doing that, you're still better off playing down the Hawkeye in that same situation. Because if you miss the Killmonger for whatever reason, and you don't have another way of destroying it, you lose the game. All it takes is one bad slot, one miscalculation, one time where you think you've won it and you're off by 4, and you lose. As for the rest of the cards in this particular shop, Jean Grey is not that great right now. Jean Grey needs something where it makes more sense to play her. She still hasn't found quite her niche yet. And Spider-Man 2099 is possibly the worst card in Marvel Snap right now. Maybe. At least I have the worst card because it's basically unplayable. And what makes it even worse for me is I already have not only Jean Grey, I have a variant for Jean Grey. And I own Spider-Man 2099. And there is no way I can in good consciousness tell you to roll on Martyr if you actually have the other two already. Even if you're missing all three, I'm not sure I could recommend rolling on this cache. This cache is not a roll on cache. This is pretty much a skip week. If Martyr is good, you can go get her down the road. I would highly recommend not doing anything this week, not getting anything this week, even if you're missing every single card in this slot. Unless you're a 100% collector and you don't care about how you spend your keys, this is not the week to spend your keys. Anyway, however, I'm going to spend a key because I spend a key every week regardless. Do not do what I do. So, what's in the box? What's in the box? Let's all find what's in the box. Box says Silver Samurai, which unfortunately I already own, which means this is just going to become a credit for me. But what I might do, because I've done Silver Samurai before, I might see what's in my shop real quick. Snow Guard, I'm not interested in really doing anything on Snow Guard. Not worth spending $3,000 on Martyr, that's for sure. I'll come up with something for Friday. If you think of something good that you want me to try out for Friday, you can put a comment in the YouTube on this. If not, I'll try to come up with some interesting card on Friday. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember, play all on